Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Egbert here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And today, boy, do we have stocks on fire. We have short squeeze play in effect. We got to talk about it today, but members only will be able to chat if you get into this live stream, this last minute live stream. I had to talk about it today because we still have 2 more days of the short squeeze play, hopefully with AMC, hopefully with GME, hopefully with BB, hopefully with Express, and a few others. So let's talk about it this evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Stop struggling now, gear. Where's the emerging millionaires at? Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Well, if you're not excited about the stock market, you're never going to be excited about the stock market because this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Transfer of wealth is happening now. The 1%ers, top 10%ers have messed up. And now, because people are a little more educated, because there are a Webull and a Robinhood where you can get your free shares of stock, more and more people know about the stock market and how it works. And right now, there are people that found out that a certain segment of the population has shorted some stocks. And they also know that they have to pay for those stocks coming up here shortly, like on a Friday of this week. So the more you pump up the stock, the more they're going to have to buy their short moves the price up even more. Talk about an awesome short squeeze play. I'm loving it. Because ordinary citizens, us OCs, can join in the fun. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we can talk about anything you want to talk about. But remember, tonight, members only are allowed in the chat room. So you're going to see everybody with the icon next to their name is the only ones that can send a message. So here we are, 7 streams of dreams income. Let's go. Let's get the money. Drop the gems. He's here already. I didn't even announce this today. I just did a last minute because I just wanted to do a surprise. I didn't send out an email. I haven't posted anything about this live stream. So this is impromptu because why? We're in the midst of a great transfer of wealth, ladies and gentlemen. Are you missing out because you're at work today or yesterday or Thursday or Friday or Saturday or Sunday? Well, in case you have been under a rock lately, there's a company called Gamestop who basically was pretty much on their last legs, closing stores for the last 2 years, really revenues going down, really no reason to go to GameStop stores other than to pick up some games and get repairs and things like that. But even that was slowing down. So what happens? People decided, let's mess with the short sellers. And it has been working thus far. From a $5 or $6 or a $10 share of stock, depending on when you bought it, it was up to over $350 today. It's dropped since that time in the after hours. But can you imagine? Some of us, we actually bought the stock last March and April. That's right. Right here on the live stream on a Friday night, we were talking about which stocks to get. AMC, GameStop, because they were all $3, $4. Dave & Buster's was like $7. All those we were saying anybody could afford it. Even if you had bought $30 worth of the shares of each one, if you would have had GameStop right now, you would have $30 would be turned into almost $2 or $3 grand, and nothing you had to do. So this is why the casino known as the stock market is why 92% of the stock market is owned by the top 10% of the wealthiest. Nowhere else can you get these type of returns. 2 times your money. How many of you had AMC? That's right, the theater company. That went up 300% today. You could have bought that for $5, $4, $3, $2 also in the last year. How many of you bought BlackBerry? I didn't. But how many of you bought BlackBerry? That also 200-300% on your money. Express. That's right. Express clothing store. 200-300% on your money. This is what's going on, ladies and gentlemen. While you may be at work, there's some people who are at home and able to take advantage of these stock swings that's happening. So that's why I had to do this video tonight, this live stream, because I didn't want to put a video together. I wanted to tell people live, just in case others wanted to chime in, because there's more than just these stocks that I'm talking about right now that's going on. I mean, there's a bunch of things that are happening. I need my list, which I don't have a list really. I have it on my computer, on my cell phone. Let me see if I can pull up anything. I'm trying to think. There was even a $1.88 stock today. I can't remember the name of it though. I'm probably not going to be able to pull it up because, speaking of that, anybody check Nokia in the last 24 hours that I've been talking about for the last year? That last year, it's went up 50% since last year when we talked about it a year ago. So when I look at what it was when we started telling people to get it in March, was it? Yeah, it was in March. It was $3, ladies and gentlemen. So everybody who got it in March like they should have, we've doubled our money. So again, Nokia moved up today considerably as well, 38% today. They're a 5G play, ladies and gentlemen, so they should have already been moving up, but they haven't been, but they're a sleeper. So again, there you go with them. I'm trying to think, Express, BB, all these guys, AMC. Again, I do 1 year back. I look at AMC, $2, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we were buying it for back in March and April, $2, $3. And now it went up 300% today, just today. But for everybody who got in a year ago, we're up over 500%, ladies and gentlemen. So this is the thing. When there's blood in the streets, that's when you're supposed to buy. But we're in the midst of something new right now, ladies and gentlemen. This is a short squeeze play, and it's not going to be just one stock, which is GME. It's going to be several because now people have moved to AMC. AMC is still $14. A week ago, if you would have told somebody to buy Gamestop at $14, you would have probably laughed at them going, what are you talking about? And then as you sat on the sidelines watching the parade go by and you find out some people were selling that same stock 3 days later for $200 a share, and then a few days, 24 hours after that, it's $300 a share. Hell, I don't even know where it ended at today. It's probably back in the 200s. The GameStop. Let me see for myself where GameStop went to. GameStop, 292 it looks like, after hours. So now we're still around 300. So tomorrow and the next day is going to be very interesting. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. And by the way, if you still haven't downloaded Robinhood and Webull apps, please use the links down below. You can get free shares of stock. With Robinhood, you get 1 free share of stock, but you do have to link your bank account. Robinhood gives you 2 free shares of stock just for downloading the software. Then, the app that is. And then if you deposit $100 or more, they give you another 2 free shares of stock. And for everybody who has downloaded Robinhood and Webull, please go in your back office, click on My Free Shares of Stock, and use your link to share with other people to give them free shares of stock. This way, you also will get a free share of stock. And Webull has a competition right now. Go into your back office where you click on the right-hand side, and it comes up where it says My Free Shares of Stock, but above it, it has 4,000 shares of something, and you can help invite people and then post something, and they give you extra free spins for more free shares of stock. So this is what we do, ladies and gentlemen. Make money online while you sleep by helping other people. How simple is that? Now, hopefully you caught the beginning of this video where I was talking about the short squeeze play and how it's going down. And I want to know who's joining in this party. Make a comment down below, because some people, only members can comment in this live stream tonight. So if you're here, I want to thank you, and please smash the like button. And if you like talking about stocks and talking about real estate investing, talking about stock market investing, talking about making money, then please subscribe, because that's what we talk about here at Stop Struggling Now. We're trying to help everybody. So if you want to join the party with that, please join the newsletter as well. I send out newsletters whenever I upload a new video. I didn't send out a newsletter today for the live stream, so this is just going to be simply organic. So let me try to find this stock that I was mentioning today that also moved up. And in fact, well, I'll get to this stock first, but I want to know what you guys think, because you know I'm all about a capitalist society. But the funny part is, do we really live in a capitalist society? Because today, in fact, let me start it backwards. This evening, I get a message on my Robinhood app that says alert of some sort, and it proceeds to tell me that there's volatile trading with AMC. So be careful. And I'm like, they've never sent any warnings before about any stock. But now, because they know about the short squeeze play, they're sending me a warning for AMC. Really? They didn't care when I was buying it for $2.20 last year after it went down and almost crashed. And they might have went out of business until this past week when they got funding. They didn't care about when Hertz crashed and burned. They didn't send me an alert going, hey, man, you might want to pay attention to what's going on here. No, but today I'm getting an alert. So I guess there's a big wake-up call for the top 10 percenters, because Robinhood, they have a vested interest. They're sending out information to the hedge funds. So imagine this. Again, insider trading. We don't live in a capitalist society. So imagine this. Imagine that you know Robinhood, that is. They know what everybody's ordering, what their limits are, what their stop limits are, what they're willing to buy something at and sell. They're sending that information over to the hedge funds, who are able to short the stocks or buy more shares. If you had that information and you knew how many people are going to be buying, selling, or what their strike prices are, if they're doing options and things like that, I think you're going to be winning you're going to be winning at a higher rate. This is what Robinhood is doing, ladies and gentlemen. You don't think that Webull isn't doing the same thing, do you? You don't think any of these other brokerage companies aren't sharing their information with these billion-dollar hedge funds, do you? So they already know what the play is beforehand. So you got to keep these kind of things in mind. Everything's not equal. So whenever this has happened for the first time in history, where Gamestop, and you have the ordinary citizens being able to run up the stock because of the short sellers, which are these hedge funds and top 10 percenters, you got to love how it improved. Went up to over $300, and many people bought thousands of shares when it was $20. Many people bought thousands of shares when it was $10. So you got to keep in mind, there's some millionaires that were made. And even though we live in a pseudo-capitalist society, they don't want everybody to become a millionaire. All right? So just keep those kind of things in mind. So now, let me see if I can get to this dollar stock today that increased. And unfortunately, I have so many stocks here in my portfolio. It's ridiculous. So, oh, by the way, IDEX, which this isn't what I was talking about, but IDEX over the last week has went up 25%. We talked about this last year as well. When it was $1, ladies and gentlemen, it was $1. It wasn't even it was like 69, 79, 89 cents at the time. And again, UAVS hasn't done much, but let me get to this stock. It was new to me. In fact, I just bought it because it was like $1. And I still can't find it. So, CTRM. That's one of them, but that's still not it. I can't find it, so I won't be able to get to it. I see right now. Well, I'll have to do it on Friday Night Live. In case you're new here, every Friday night around 8:30, 9 p.m. at night, we have a live stream and we talk about anything. It can be stock investing, real estate investment, same as normal live streams. So this is how we're going to do it on Friday night. And then this one was an unexpected Wednesday night because the stocks are on fire and everything seems to be on fire. If you're in the EV industry, if you're in the cannabis industry, I'm just going down. Let me see where I see any green. Cannabis, green. Let's see. Space, SPCE, ladies and gentlemen. Virgin Galactic. You know they released the most satellites, right? Some of you months ago heard me say you might want to get SPCE when it was around $15, $14. Well, it's $42 now, ladies and gentlemen. Can't be sleeping, right? Airbnb. In fact, Airbnb was up to $200 just yesterday, which was kind of shocking. Right now, it's at $195. I was talking with people before who didn't think it was worth even the $130, $140, $150. And once again, Airbnb has over 6 million rooms available to them. The top 10 hotel companies combined do not have more than 6 million rooms. Airbnb has more than the top 10 combined. And guess what? They don't have to manage any of their rooms like a hotel does. So they should be worth more than a Marriott, who's at 129, 130. Should be more than the next guy, Hilton, who's at 120, 125, right? You would think. All right. Now, let's get into these other ones. So we have GameStop. Everybody knows about that. And then we have AMC, which apparently today went up 194%. Again, a lot of people are moving from GME to AMC or doing both, right? And here I'm looking at analyst ratings, and 33% of the analysts are saying sell. Half of them are saying hold. Only about 10% are saying buy. All right? All right, now. Let's see. We have BlackBerry that went up today as well. I don't understand how that happened, but it went up like 30%. AMC, Nokia, 25%. Bed Bath & Beyond also increased today, which is BBBY, which is bizarre. So we have to talk about all of these kind of things that are going on, which have nothing to do with the economy. The economy. There's $600 stimulus checks going out to people. We have the president and Congress sitting there saying we're trying to give out more money. $1,200, $1,000, even $2,000 was bantied about. But now they're talking about PPP loans, EIDL loans. There's going to be a flood of money on the marketplace, and this is going to allow the top 10 percenters to buy back their shares of stock. We'll be in buyback territory here real quick, ladies and gentlemen. So if you haven't gotten in on the stock market, whether you're going to play in this short squeeze play stocks or not, fundamentally, you have to start thinking of EV stocks. Yes, the car makers, the NIOs, the LIs, the XPings, Lucids, mergers, CCIV. You got to start thinking of all these sectors that are going to come up because you have a renewable energy source president. That's what he wants to do. So money's going to be floating into that arena. Then you want to get the suppliers, the charging stations. ChargePoint is a private company. There's been talk for months of merging with Switchback, which is S as in Sam, B as in boy, E. So SBE. That's what we were talking about to get in 2 months ago as well. Now, that's also probably in the 30s or 40s. Back in the day, it was only like $10, $11. You get with the suppliers. Lithium batteries. So lithium batteries, what goes in batteries is nickel. We talked about this before. NLSY. That's a nickel mining operation, Russian style. There's others. But again, think about all these artificial intelligence, C3, cloud, Microsoft, Apple, Verizon, quantum space could be a thing. Could be a great company, a great stock to own. Think about all this technology that's coming out. Robo-taxis, you're going to need autonomous driving. Ford, GE, FRSX. I know I'm running these down to you just straight off the top of the head, but these are the companies that you should be in right now to position yourself for long term. We love the short squeeze play, but we don't really want to stay in short squeeze mode the whole time because sometimes you're going to have to sell that sooner or later. So you want to have something that's going to grow over time, whether it's 6 months, a year. What's happening right now? The stock market is moving at a pace that is unseen and unheard of. For the next 6, 7, 8 months, a lot of money is going to be in the hands of the people. A lot of money is going to be in the hands of major corporations. Therefore, there's going to be a lot of people putting money into the stock market. And with the advent of this Robinhood, Webull, and other things, now mom and pops can do reoccurring payments on the apps. Even Cash App, you can buy stocks now. This is getting out of control. And don't forget, there's Stash, there's Acorn, there's a bunch of other companies where a person can buy shares of stock. And don't forget crypto. Don't sleep on crypto. Yes, it went up to 40,000. That's BTC. Dropped down to 30. But doesn't that usually mean buy more? All right, 7 Streams of Income has a question. How do I sell stock if I want to invest in bears market side? You can buy options. Okay. So if you believe that a stock's going down, then just go and buy the option for it. Yeah, you have to invest a little bit. Yeah, hopefully you understand how options work, but that's one way to do it. So that would probably be your best bet, because that way you can leverage yourself into the low side. And then you can time it as well. You can take out, like a year from now, 6 months from now, hell, even a month from now if you wanted to. But you get to pick how far out you want to go with it. And then that's the simplest way. You can even do options on Robinhood and Webull and a bunch of other places now, even E-Trade, Fidelity, Ameritrade. And speaking of Ameritrade, ladies and gentlemen, this is getting out of hand. Ameritrade suspended trading today for AMC, not GameStop, but AMC. They suspended trading and halted trading, and they interfered with GameStop trading as well. This right here just goes to show you what's going on here. All these big companies are working together with the top 1%ers. Why do you think they're suspending trading and halting trading? This is supposed to be capitalist society. Come on. This is out of control here. Robinhood and Webull suspended trading. The exchanges are suspending trading because of the volatility and the price movements. And the price movement going up. Not because it's going down, but because it's going up. They're interfering in the marketplace because their friends are losing money and can't get on the train fast enough. That's what happens. Just like a casino. How many of you ever went to a casino and you started winning? And what happens once you start winning? They change up the card deck if you're playing cards. If you continue to win, all of a sudden they got to bring in a new dealer. You keep winning some more, now all of a sudden they got to close the table. You follow what I'm saying? When the house is rigged in their favor, they make sure that somehow they're going to interrupt you winning. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? They're not going to be able to stop this winning right here, because the 1%ers, they own 85% of the stock market. The top 10%ers own 92% of the stock market. So if they're holding up the trades, holding up the stock market movement, they're messing up their own team. That's why this is so beautiful. All right, 7 streams of income. You don't lose every time. You've been here on Friday Night Lives. You cannot be losing at this point because you've been here long enough. 6 months, 5 months, 4 months. You know we've been talking about the EV plays. So there's no way you could be losing. You know we talked about the drones where we had UAVs at the time. I should just keep it up. Let me go. I got to always log back in. But let me go look up UAVs. It's got to be around $12, $13. And we talked about that when it was $2 a share. Let me go do it the old-fashioned way. Look it up this way. UAVs. It's now $10. 3 months ago, yeah, it was $2, $1.98 when we were talking about it. You were around 7 Streams of Dreams. We're getting 500% on our money. And even if you would have invested just in the last 3 months, you'd have 359% on your money. So you can't be losing. I lose every time. Oh, at the casino. That's right. Now you make sense. All right. Yeah, everybody loses at the casino because they have the games. They know how to make you lose. They're not there for their enjoyment. You don't think Vegas is built. They don't build towers on winners. They're building towers because of all the losers. They're going to let somebody win because otherwise you got a house, you're going to bring in customers. If nobody wins, you got to have a few sucker winners so you can suck in the other million people. You got to have at least a few hundred winners so people believe they can win something. Slot machines, ladies and gentlemen, they're all computerized. That's why the house wins. That's how come their slot machines take up most of the floor. Because every time you're dropping, they go, okay, you get $1 back. Put in 5, get $1 back. Put in 5, get $2 back. Put in 5, get $3 back, making it appear like you're doing something. But no, they're siphoning off your money with every spin. And then, of course, after they siphon off like $200, they ship out to you like 75 on a winner. And all of a sudden you think, oh, wow, I'm ahead. But if you really count your money, you're going to end up most of the time, 99% of the time, you're going to be on the L side. So, yeah, at the slot machines I never understood why people play because they're computerized. So computerized in the house favor, casino's favor. It's not random. This isn't 1955 or 60 where the machines were kind of almost a little more random. These are all computerized now. So that's why I don't. Speaking of casinos, I used to play in casinos quite a bit. I never played slot machines. I usually like to play random games, like roulette's random. But even then, when you start winning at that game, they change the balls. They bring in another dealer. The pit boss comes and talks to you. You know, oh, how many of the waitress all of a sudden bringing more drinks. All these little games to get you off your game so that you can stop winning. Then their other trick is you win, and then next thing you know, hey, where you staying tonight? And by the way, here's some meal. Here's some tickets to the steakhouse. Here's tickets to the show. Hopefully you'll stay around for another day. That's just so they can get another chance to get their money back, because that's what generally happens. They get their money back and then some after the person loses back what they want. Stock market, they're trying to turn it into the same thing. That's why We've talked about this before, ladies and gentlemen. That's why when you work for somebody, they always give you that 401k pamphlet. You're not realizing that you're giving your money away to somebody else, just like when you go to the bank, you're giving it away to the same guys that are investing in AMC, investing in Gamestop, earning thousands of % on their money. And then at the end of the year, they're sending you a statement. How many of you going to get a statement this year? Some of you already got a statement from your 401k mutual fund company that says, hey, congratulations, you got 12% on your money. You got 12, 13, 15% on your money. Meanwhile, these guys got 3,000% on your money. Think about it. And that's what they're worried about. Because if they have to start using their own money to invest, more of their own money, that is a threat. So if somebody can sit here on Robinhood and Webull and any other app and use their own money and you don't need those guys, that's a threat. So you have to understand what's going on right now. So that short squeeze play, this is history, ladies and gentlemen. There will be movies made about what's about to happen over the next week. And are you going to be in on this? Let me know. Because after this live stream airs, there'll be comments down below that you can make. And if you're new here, I want to thank you for being here. Please smash the like button. I started a new lighting. I broke my light. So I got new lighting in here. It's kind of all right so far. I just got to tweak it for the Friday Night Live. I kind of like it. But we'll see how that goes. But don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to make this video short. I'll make it sweet. I've only been here 30 minutes, but I just wanted to reiterate. There's going to be plenty of stock opportunities over the next 6 months. If you feel that you missed out on investing, don't worry. There's no such thing as you're behind the curve. You're still ahead of the curve. The reason why you're ahead of the curve is because of technology. There's a merging industrial revolution going on. And as long as they want to make more solar panels, as long as Elon Musk is around trying to make an electric car, trying to make where he can have roof panels and then have a Tesla battery in the garage to store electricity, there is an arms race going on, which also means there's a materials race going on, lithium, nickel. This is going to happen. There's a space race going on to launch satellites for the 5Gs. And some of you might have missed that stock I talked about a few days ago. GILT. Satellite company, ladies and gentlemen. It also went up like 30, 40, 50% in the last 6-7 days. Surprise? Not really. If Virgin Galactic is over there coming up with being Virgin Galactic has released the most satellites, which is SPCE. That means you should have had some SPCE. We talked about this 3, 4, 5 months back. They end up releasing the most satellites. Now you got to have a satellite company, right? Whether it's Global Star, right? Or whether it's GILT, satellite makers are going to be in demand. And by the way, if you know how 5G networks are going to work, 5G networks are going to be using satellite, ladies and gentlemen. Did you know that? Another sector that you might want to check out. And what are you going to need for satellites? The suppliers for satellites. Think about it. So you see, there's plenty of things to invest in. Artificial intelligence, laser lights for vehicles. If you're going to have autonomous driving, you're going to have some sort of boundaries. And what are you going to use for boundaries? Lasers. LAZR, for instance, is a laser company. All right. Tanisha Lyles, welcome to the live stream. Only members can chat tonight. So if you're seeing this live stream and you can't chat, there's a reason. It's a members only can chat. Everybody on the planet can see the live stream, though, but only members can chat. Friday Night Lives, everybody can chat. Tanisha Lyles. In fact, hold on here. Let me go. I forgot. Usually I put something up. All right, slot machines. I lose every time. Hey, Eric, thanks for coming tonight. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for being here, Tanisha Lyles. Hopefully you're learning some more stock investments that you can do. And all the stocks that I'm talking about, they're basically under 20 bucks a share. Some of these are under $10 a share. It's almost like they're almost trying to give us money. Just like UAVS is at $10 right now. And AMC is at $14.61 still. So we're going to see how this short play plays out tomorrow, if it's going to happen. The stock market went down today. So speaking of that, there's a lot of you that might say, well, how do you invest when it goes down? There's ways. You can do options, or you can pick velocity stocks like UVXY. UVXY, I always say use that as a hedge. It went up 30% today. It's a beautiful thing. So this is like a little hedge for me. So it was basically like $10 for the last month, because the stock market has went up to record highs on the NASDAQ, everything. NASDAQ, Dow, Standard & Poor's 500. So I tell everybody it was $10. It generally stays around $10. So why not buy UVXY while they're hitting all these marks? So when the stock market goes down, we got 30, well, today, 31%. Over the past week, 41%. And you heard me, UVXY. That's one of them. That's on Robinhood. On Webull, you can have UVXY and you can have TVIX, F as in Frank. And that's even more volatile. So if this went up, if UVXY went up 41%, TVIXF probably went up 50%. Who knows? But that's generally how it goes. It's a more volatile than the UVXY. There's other ones too, but that's the ones that I always mention because it's easy enough. It's under fit. Well, now it was $10 generally. Now it's 14. And if the stock market drops some more tomorrow, it's going to go up some more, ladies and gentlemen. So this is how I hedge against those that when the ones that I like start going down. So I stay almost level. But let's get real. Apple is going to have blowout quarter with cash. How they're going down, I have no idea. A company makes $1 billion and the price goes down. Come on. I'm buying more. And what am I using to buy more? That duffel bag of cash, ladies and gentlemen. You're going, Eric, what do you mean duffel bag of cash? Well, see, here's what you do. That little Gamestop that I bought for $3, I bought different segments. I bought some for $2 and like 75 to 98 cents. My next batch, I bought at $5.22. Another batch, I bought it around $9. So I sold off the first batch and the second batch. The profits that I got from those that I sold, I've reinvested in other stocks. The ones that I'm talking about tonight for the future. So I'm using my winnings to pay for the future. I'm not getting any duffel bag of cash out of the closet. I'm using the winnings and putting it into something else, reinvesting. That's how you have to do it, ladies and gentlemen. It's exactly how you have to do it. Taking notes, that's right, 7 streams of income. That's how we all got to do. We all take notes, man. We're always learning. Charlene, welcome to the live stream. Glad to see you here this evening. Thank you so much. That's right. So this is how we do it, ladies and gentlemen. Reinvest. You got to think long term. Oh, and of course, if you're a Robinhood person and you have cash account, they do send you a debit card. So if I wanted to take some money out, I could, but why? I'm using other people's money to make more money. This is the perfect storm whenever you have stock increases of 30, 40, 50, 100%, 200, 300, 500. In fact, I got up to 3,950% on my money because of Gamestop when I sold. And the other one I sold was at about 2,750% on our money. I didn't want to be too greedy, quite frankly, because when you start really looking at numbers, and I sold those in the 200s, by the way. I didn't even wait till it got to 300, which would have meant my numbers would have even been higher. But I was happy with from $2.70 to 212, $5.22 to 230 or 225. I mean, I wasn't going to be too greedy. I wasn't going to sit there going with the full thing. I'm sitting there going, last year, this is all unexpected. That's a huge percentage on my money. You can't get that anywhere, so why am I going to mess around? Yes, I could be like the guys who want to do the short squeeze and hold on and never sell, but I was like, I got to sell a few of these shares because I want to invest it in some other things like CRON, C-R-O-N, marijuana stocks, like ACB, a marijuana stock, like MJ, a marijuana ETF. I want some more Tilray. That's what I started doing. EV Tilray suppliers, marijuana suppliers, marijuana stocks, electric vehicle suppliers, electric vehicle stocks, a little UVXY at $11.50 or thereabouts. This is what you do, ladies and gentlemen. Money management. So that way you're using other people's money to make money. We're making money while we sleep. And not only do we make money while we sleep, you're making money for the future. Because keep in mind, a lot of people think, what if I lose money? And I'm sitting there going, well, what if you make money? Did you ever consider that you might make more money while you're working? How many of you watching this video right now knew that GameStop, AMC, BlackBerry, Express gained 200, 300, 400% on their money today? The only people that would know this are people that's sitting at home or investors, or people that are at work and they're checking their Robinhood and Webull. But if you work at a normal job and you can't have your cell phone for 5, 6, 7, 8 hours a day, 9 hours a day, stock market's going up, which means your money could be working for you and you don't know nothing about it. You just get all the cheering on the news at night. When on the news they go, you know, the stock went up 400% today. And you're sitting there like, what? And then you get upset when you find out it was only $8 stock. Anybody could do this. Get in the game, ladies and gentlemen. It's not that hard. You just have to believe. Don't be afraid. I'm just going to leave you shortly, probably about another 10 or 15 minutes. We'll have this live stream tonight. But I just want to let you think of something because I said this last Friday on the live stream. I'm going to say it again. From 1930 to around 1950, 1952, the Great Depression occurred. The stock market basically just stayed level or down for 20 years, a little over 20 years. But eventually it came back up, but it took 20, 22 years, 23 years. Any other time that the stock market has dropped 10, 20, 30%, it's taken less than a year and a half to go back up to the previous high, and every time is it exceeded its previous high. So last year in March, when the stock market lost 30%, true to form, at the end of last year, not even a year has went by, and all the Dow Jones, the NASDAQ, the S&P 500 hit record highs, and now we're even at more record highs. So everybody got all their money back, and then some. So just keep in mind when you think you're going to be losing money because you invest in the stock market with the top 10 percenters who are manipulating the stock market, the banks who are manipulating the stock market, the hedge funds who's manipulating the stock market. There's a reason these guys have all their money there. And that's where you should have your money too. Not all of it, but some of it. All right? That's how you got to think. Join the top 10 percenters. And when they mess up, just like what's happening right now, I told you guys all last year, top 10 percenters and 1 percenters, they're not smarter than you. What they do have the advantage over you is they do insider trading, which you are not privy to. They do manipulations, which you can't do and you're not privy to either. That's how they stay ahead of you. They're not smarter. So now that the playing field gets a little bit more leveled up, they don't have nowhere to run. And I'm loving every bit of it. I got to admit, I've had a smile on my face for the last 5-6 days watching this Gamestop situation occur. And now I'm happy that other things are happening with the AMC, the Express, the B, the BlackBerry. All these stocks are pretty much worthless, but yet they're very valuable right now. It's beautiful to watch. And I only wish I could be at the Wall Street watching these hedge fund guys sweat as the prices start going up. I wish I could see it. It would be so awesome. I hope one day that we have some sort of documentary when these guys are in their boardrooms going, man, what's this going on? Even these guys trying to do the attack. Can you believe that? These guys, the hedge funds, they're good, man. They're good. Can you believe that in order for them to stymie the tide of a stock going up, can you believe that they would actually, I'll give you an example. Can you believe they would actually buy GameStop at thousands of shares at $200 and let's call it $220, right? Just so that they can turn around and sell the shares to make it appear that there's a sell-off. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, they do that. Manipulating the market. Because when you start seeing the price drop 5, 10, 15%, you start thinking, uh-oh, the gig is up. Enjoyed the ride while it lasted, but I guess I better start selling. So that's how they do it. There's little tricks, ladies and gentlemen. It's called an attack. So they figure it's worth us to buy at this price because what do they have to lose? They've already lost because they were doing short selling. So they're sitting there going, well, let's buy at this 225 rate and then we'll just sell. We don't really care what we're going to sell them for. We'll just sell them for 210, 205, 200. So then people think there's a run down. And then what's happening is all the people, Robinhood, Weebles, and all the ordinary citizens, they're buying them at that price. But then there's millions more that's buying it at the 230, 240, 250, and it goes back up. It's been a beautiful thing to watch, ladies and gentlemen. Just like right now, it's down to $292, for instance, GameStop. Well, I don't know if that's after hours or not, but $292, we'll call it that. So how much do you want to bet? Oh, by the way, I did bet. I bought some more at 312. I think it was 312 and 320. I bought some more. I bought back in. That's how much I believe what's going to happen tomorrow and on Friday. Sometimes you have to believe, but then again, it's unfair. I'm not using my own money. Remember, the profits that I made, I'm reinvesting a little bit back in at a higher price. So I'm actually using my winnings, as I call it, to do it. I'm not going to the bank to get any more money. So we'll see what happens. Now, right now, I'm down because it's 292. But I'm expecting this to go back up to 300, 350, 400, possibly, or even higher tomorrow. Because the hedge funds guys have to make a decision in basically when tomorrow opens, then they'll only have basically 36 hours to make a decision. Either sell tomorrow, buy their shares at whatever price tomorrow, or buy their shares at whatever price on Friday. I'm talking about Gamestop. And AMC is going to start moving too, because people start splitting off. And by the way, and this is so disgusting. There's these guys on Reddit, the Reddit forum. It got suspended, or yes, I guess I'll call it suspended. So they suspended these guys' forum that came up with it. I can't believe what's going on. The top 10%ers, they're pulling out all the stops. So they suspended them on the forum for a few hours, so they can't talk about what they're doing. They suspended something else as well. I just can't remember what it is right now off the top of my head, just to stop these guys from communicating, doing the same stuff they do. Like I said, Robinhood is sending out the hedge fund guys information on who's buying what, how many people have a limit on stuff. Come on. And you're trying to figure out how these guys stay ahead of the curve? If they have all the information in the marketplace that you don't have, of course they're going to stay ahead of the curve. If I know how many people are shorting a stock or a whole thousands of stocks, we can go in and manipulate that. If I know how many people have a sell order at a certain price, I can manipulate that. I know how many people have options on a certain stock. I can manipulate that, especially when I have billions of dollars. So start getting in the game, ladies and gentlemen. But this game right here is awesome to watch what's going on right now. But they can't stop you on technology stocks. They can't stop you on the future stocks, because some technologies that aren't built, they can't stop you from that. They have to invest in it just like you. Just like when we talked about Nano Dimensions a few months back, NNDM, when it was only $5, $6. Everybody was like, what are you talking about? Once again, we're talking about the future. Now look at NNDM. What is it? What's NNDM now, ladies and gentlemen? I don't even know. I don't really care, because we know it's gone up. We just don't know how much, do we? Let's see if I can find Nano Dimensions real quick on my and yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I run a little hedge fund myself, my own personal one. I'm investing in like over, I haven't even done the numbers. I think I'm in 150 stocks at least. Maybe 200 by now. Okay, Nano Dimensions. Yeah, here we go. November 2nd, ladies and gentlemen, Nano Dimensions was $2.95. Today, $14.42. 3 months, 335% on your money. And it still has room to grow. 3D printing? I think so, ladies and gentlemen. If you can produce something that's that cheap to produce in mass quantity, it's the future. And of course, my girl Kathy Woods invests in them along with other funds as well. So again, this is the future. So if you think $14.42 is too much, I don't. It has room to grow. One day it should be 50, 60, 70. But we're lucky enough because on a Friday Night Live, we talked about NMDM like 4 or 5 months ago when it was less than $3. So we got in at the right price. Hell, even if you buy it $15, you're getting, or $14, you're getting in at the right price. So, and you got to think of things like this. If I buy at $3 and then I buy at $14.42, what is the average cost of my shares of stock? Isn't it the difference between 14 and 3 is $11? So that means my shares now are probably $8.50 a share. But even at $8.50 a share, if Nano Dimensions stays at 14.42 or higher, I still am ahead, aren't I not? So now I have two different values is how I always looked at it. So I'll say, okay, all these I bought at $3. And then if I buy at 14.42, then I'll say, okay, all the rest I buy at $8.50. That's how I think of it. Not how everybody else thinks about it, but that's how I think about it. So anyhow, you have to think dollar cost averaging is a thing, ladies and gentlemen. The same thing holds true when the stock goes down. Like fuel cell, FCEL. We talked about that. FCEL, I think it went down. Let me go look. Yeah, Beam went down. GE, Rocket, Cody, Blink. FCEL went down to 2110. Nothing major after hours. But look here, ladies and gentlemen. We've been talking about FCEL since last March. I got bad news for you. We bought FCL when it was like $1.50, $1.75, ladies and gentlemen. When the so-called gurus weren't talking about it, they weren't talking about none of them. The Beam, the FCL, the Blinks, BLNK, nobody's talking about them. And back then they were only $2. I just looked at FCLs at $21. I didn't even know it was over $20. I don't really care because it's going to go higher than that. That's 1,141% on our money in 1 year, ladies and gentlemen. And it's not even a year, really, because it's since March of last year. This is why you haven't lost yet. Don't get all into the FOMO, fear of missing out, because you haven't missed out on anything. There's other sectors that are still going to have a growth rate of thousands of percent over the next 6 months. Unbelievable. I know what I'm saying. Next 6 months, there's going to be companies 1,000% as well. So are you willing to take the risk? That's the question. Are you willing to put in your hard-earned money? Or are you just going to keep buying TVs and laptops and iPhones and whatever other inanimate objects of your desire? Are you going to keep buying some of that? Or are you going to put $20 here, $30 there, $40 there? Because I'm going to tell you right now, last year, if you put $100 on FCEL, you wouldn't have just $100 right now. 1,000%, ladies and gentlemen. Your $100 would be a little over 1,000. And you didn't have to work for it. Think about it. And if something happens out of the ordinary where this stuff is $200 or $300, then that $100 is going to be it's going to be more than $1,100. That could be like $20,000, $30,000. And you wonder how the wealthy keep getting richer. That's how they get richer. So please join me, become an emerging millionaire. You know where you can get this gear at StopStrugglingNow.com website. And I want to thank everybody for being here. So please smash that like button. If anybody here has any questions, let me know, because it's members only that can chat tonight. Everybody else, you're just going to have to leave a comment down below after this thing populates on YouTube. And by the way, I should mention, I have people watching on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, the live stream. And I'm going to actually do on Friday, because of my new setup. Yeah, I had to spend some of this Stop Struggling Now corporate money. Because of the new setup and the lighting, they gave me some phone extension that I can put up here. So now with the phone extension, I'm going to use this $1 million phone, and I'm going to add a live stream to Instagram. That's right. So if you ever want to watch on Instagram, it's going to happen on Friday night for the first time, a live stream for Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube, all wrapped up into one. And because of this new rig, I could even add another phone so I can do another live stream to another platform. I might attempt that. I'll have 2 days to do it, so we'll see what happens. So anyhow, thank you everybody for being here. I'm going to cut this short, but let me know if you have any gems of stocks that we should invest in the next week to 2 weeks for the long term. Don't be shy, because every Friday night we check it out anyhow and go on screen with it. So give me an idea if you have some gems that you want to drop me in the comments and let everybody know, because we can help out a whole bunch of people. We're not just trying to get all the money ourselves, because we want to lift everybody. A rising tide lifts all boats. That's what we want to do here. That's the motto at StopStrugglingNow.com. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much, 7 Streams of Dreams. Thank you. Appreciate it. And thank you so much, 7 Streams of Dreams, Charlene, Tanisha Lyles, everybody who's here. Thank you so much. Please smash the like button. Please subscribe if you like what we're talking about tonight. And I'll see you on Friday night for the rest of you. And thank you for being here. Thank you for coming. And you know how we always end this, ladies and gentlemen. Please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And I know it's hard out here. That's why I had to do this live tonight, last minute, because of the AMC, the GME, the BB, the Express. It's going down while a lot of you at work. So get that Robinhood and Webull app tonight. Load some money up tonight and be prepared, and take your phone with you tomorrow if you have to go to work. Because soon as it is 4 a.m. in the morning, grab your Webull app. By the way, there's a little secret, ladies and gentlemen. Go look at AMC. Go look at GME. Hit that quotes button underneath your GME or AMC. Scroll down a little bit. You will see the ask price and bid price. What you may see is an ask price. I'll give an example. GME might have ask prices of $325. You may be seeing people who are trying to get it at $295. But if you start seeing ask prices of $330, $340, $350, you could start getting an idea of where this is going. Little tricks of the trade. 4 a.m. in the morning, pre-market, Webull only. Robin market, ladies and gentlemen. Little tricks. And by the way, there's news tonight about Apple, Microsoft, things like that for their revenue. They could have risen overnight, which now means at 4 a.m. in the morning, the stock is going to start out at, what is Apple? I'll give you an example. What's Apple right now? 125. In fact, I should have put it on screen instead of trying to figure it out myself. I don't know why I just didn't do it on screen, but it's okay. We'll do it the hard way. Here, let me do it a different way. While I have it on, let's go Apple. Let's see what Apple price ended at today. 142, ladies and gentlemen. That's what Apple ended at, 142. So now the question is all-time highs. Billion-dollar quarter, I'm sure has happened. They make billions anyhow. They just leave it offshore. But anyhow, a billion-dollar quarter as far as everybody's concerned. Do you think the price is going to go down, or do you think it's going to go up? I think Apple's going to continue to rise, along with Tesla, all of them, Microsoft, Amazon. They're going to continue to rise. So whether you buy at all-time highs or not, people thought I was crazy at buying at all-time highs with Apple when it was 135. Now here it is at 142, and I'm buying more. I'm putting my money where my mouth is, or shall I say, putting the winnings from my money to where my mouth is. But that's where you want to be, ladies and gentlemen. So once again, thank you for being here. And please, keep your head up. Keep moving. And I'm out.